a bit of fun actually, but released that old emotion. And you know what? Her nerves about performing disappeared completely. In fact, it was so impressive. We for reasons which I'm not even going to go into because it was just one of those bizarre coincidences. We actually ended up working in a corner in Parliament Square. And by the end of it, I said to her, so now how do you feel about performing in front of people now that you got rid of all that motion? She was saying, yeah, I could do that. All right then. As people walking past you, stand up, give us a song. She went, all right then. And she stood up in Parliament Square and sang, completely unaccompanied, a Beyonce song in front of all these strangers who were passing by. And this was someone who couldn't even bring themselves to sing in front of their friends just half an hour earlier. Change. Such a massive change. And that is the first step. She wanted to become a professional singer. She wanted to sing and perform in public. Getting rid of the emotion was the first step on that change. And I'm really pleased to say that she's gone on to, she's a good singer and an actress as well. She's carving out a great career for herself in that because we cleared the emotion. Clearing the emotion, that's the first step on the 6-step model for change. Step number 2. Step number 2 is to harness new decisions. Now, this could sound a bit strange to you, but bear with me. We can change the decisions that we made in the past. Oh, yes, we can change those decisions. I'm not talking about time travel. That would be neat, but it's not something we can do at the moment. However, we've got the next best thing. We can actually change the decisions we made in the past. And we can change the whole effect they have. How do I mean? Why? What? How? What? Well, consider this. Something happens. What does it mean? What does it mean? Think of anything at all that happened. What does it mean? I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it means. It means nothing. What? It means nothing because nothing which ever happens has an absolute intrinsic meaning. Nothing has any meaning other than that which we ascribe it. We are meaning-making machines. We look to apply meaning to things. Something happens, we decide it must mean something. And as a result, we then go through life accordingly. This happened, it means this, and therefore I live my life accordingly. That can have some positive results. It can also have some very, very bad results. Dating, for example. Somebody has maybe a couple of bad experiences with dates. When they were younger, they decide that means there must be something wrong with them and they are undateable. They then go through life believing they are undateable, believing they will not be able to form relationships. Or maybe they decided at a young age, because of whatever happened, maybe they decided, you know what, I'm just not good enough. I'm just not good enough. Or maybe because of things that happened to them and things that other people said when they were growing up, when they were young, maybe they decided, people like me never succeed. People like me, yeah, all those wonderful successes, they're great for others, but, people like me, we can't expect great success. People like me, we don't succeed. How successful do you think that sort of person is going to be in life? You may well know people who think like that. You may know someone very well who thinks like that. Or another great one. Yep, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve to win. I don't deserve to succeed. I don't deserve to achieve these things. These are decisions we made when we were way back when we were young. And they've stuck with us. And they've held us back. Lots of, often call these limiting beliefs, because they're beliefs which are holding us back. And something for you to do, whatever it is that you want to do, just think about all these beliefs you have as to why you can't do it. Things like, I'm not good enough. People like me never succeed. Money is the root of all evil. Now, there's a limiting belief. It's also a misquote, because the actual quotation from the Bible is love of money is the root of all evil. But so many people think or believe that it's money is the root of all evil. They then go on to generalize that into all wealthy people are bad, evil, selfish, nasty, self-centered, whatever, which means they themselves have decided to have such a bad view of money that of course they're not going to make money themselves, which is why they never have enough money, right? And the good thing is, we can, using some very, very powerful yet pretty simple and fun techniques within Freedom from Freedom Technology, we can change the decisions. We can change the meaning that we ascribed to an event, because an event things that happen don't have any inherent meaning. We decided one thing, we can decide a more positive meaning for it. People laughed at me when I was singing. Yeah, does that mean I'm a bad singer? No. It just means that maybe they weren't ready for it. Or it means that I can sing in front of people. I lived through it. I didn't die. I survived even when people laughed at me. Gosh, imagine what it's going to be like when people don't laugh at me singing. Oh, all of a sudden. So harness new decisions. That's the second one. Moving on to the third one, which is align your values. Now, I mentioned earlier about values. These are things which are important to us. And in a moment, I'm going to get you to kind of think a little bit about what your values are, just as a fun thing. And again, if you'd like me to talk more about values and maybe even do some values work with you in another session, in another episode, just let me know. Connect with theconfidencealchemist.com. Go to the website. You can contact me through there. Connect on Facebook. Facebook.com/theconfidencealchemist. Like the page while you're there. Pop a comment on there. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know if values is something that you'd like to know more about, and we can maybe do an episode dedicated purely to values. Let me know any other ideas that you have. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Keith Blakemore Noble on LinkedIn. Get in touch in whatever way feels right for you. And just let me know what you think. But values, coming back to values, they're things which are important to us. For example, it might include loyalty or happiness or health or justice, or success, money, equality, anything which is important to us, something which is important to us. Because you see, when we do something, or when we try to do something which is against our values, or which isn't supported by our values, we create so many artificial and real barriers to our success. On the other hand, when we bring everything we do into alignment with our values, and bring it into alignment with things that are important to us, they work together and it becomes so much more easy and so much more powerful. And it enables us to smash through barriers like nobody's business. We can also find our values are sometimes in conflict with each other. We can have we can have values which are in conflict with each other. Such that we might want to, one value might be around success. Success is important to me. Success in business is important to me. It's a value, it's important to me. On the other hand, we might have a whole lot of stuff around money and about how avoiding money is important because love of money. Because money is the root of all evil. People like me don't deserve money. Rich people are nasty. So we have all these values around not having lots of money. How successful is the business going to be when you've got those two in conflict with each other? But when you can align those values together, bring it all together, that's what really can help to massively propel us forwards in our goals. How do you find out what your values are? Just think about the things that are important to you. What is important? So let's just take a couple of minutes now. If you've got a pen and paper somewhere handy, or even just think about it in your head. Come up with 10, 20 things that are important to you. What are things which are important? Is it success? Is it money? Is it fairness? Is it equality? Loyalty? What is important to you? Health? What's important? So kind of list maybe the top 10, or list 10 things just as they come to you. What's important? What else is important? What else is important? keep going until you've got maybe 10, 20 things. And just have a look at what are coming out as your values. And just while you do that, let's just have a little musical interlude here. We're going to have Reason to Change by Merchant's Vice. Because we all need to find a reason to change.
I never seem prepared. All my life I've been reacting. I'm probably too scared to plan, to rationalize my needs, and so to live in such a way to never again get caught out in the rain. There were times when I would gladly rearrange all the pages and start the story over, but I never found a reason to change. Never found a reason to change. Never found a reason to change. A reason to change. Only I could sacrifice my blatant egotism to sense. Once there was
How are you getting on with coming up with your values there? You go into, you got 10, 20, whatever. Sometimes when people are thinking of their values, they kind of come up with a few and then sort of think, well, that's it, I can't think of any more. That's great. That's a really good point at which to be, because that's where you're about to uncover the really deep, important values. And if we look at values in more depth in another episode, we'll explore why this is in more detail. But if you've hit that kind of blank, just really push yourself through. Maybe push yourself through a couple of those blanks. What else is important? If there was something else important, what would it be? And just give take another moment or so just to see if you can come up with any more values. And then once you've got your values, just kind of rank them there. Which of those is the most important? The second most important. And so maybe come up with your top 10 on there. And just have a look. Does any of that surprise you? How is that showing up in the results you're getting? Just take another few moments.
Story to tell inside a shell. Heaven, its apogee was hell. I saw the sun in the shape of a gun. The blood of a million was spilled